sports all plays. Hard sports all plays. Hard sports all plays. 365, we making the plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace up the field, so tie the laces. Hard sports all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Tuesday, September 5th, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Oh, going pretty good.
All right. I had an all right weekend. Let me flip back over here because I gave out a lot of picks on Friday. So
I did terrible.
I was 2-3 on my baseball, 3-2 in college football, and 4-1 in UFC.
I wasn't very good. I was like 4-8 or something like that.
Yes, I was 9-6 total.
Yeah, I was 2-2 in the UFC that I did. 1-2 in college football. 1-4 in Major League Baseball on Friday. Yeah, I was 4-8. I was terrible.
I was 9-6, but I very easily could have been 10. See, Ball State was covering until the last 4 seconds of the damn game. So that could have gave me another one. And then there was another one Michigan barely didn't cover. So I could have easily been like 11-4. Yeah, Ball State gave up a score with like 4 seconds left, or they would have covered the spread.
Speaking of college football, what did you think about the couple of big upsets?
Colorado didn't surprise me as much as
The Duke.
The Duke. I thought that I actually picked Colorado to cover the spread. I thought that would be a close game because TCU lost a lot from last year, and Colorado had gained a lot through the transfer portal and everything. So I thought that'd be a close game. It did surprise me a little bit that they won, but tell you what, Duke pretty much dominated Clemson last night. I know Clemson had some turnovers, but Clemson offense struggled against Duke's defense. I watched most of that game last night. If it wouldn't been for a muff punt, Clemson might not even have scored in that game.
Yeah, I know that's what you said. I didn't watch it. I watched Monday Night Raw, but yeah, I followed the game some. Yeah, you're right. Duke pretty much manhandled. I watched most of the Colorado game. It was a really good game. Got a big question mark with their defense, but their offense sure looks good. And TCU didn't look real good at defense either, though. They were pretty bad on defense also.
Hey, how's it going, Glenn? Yeah, IU played better than I thought they would. I'll give IU some credit. I figured they would go really get blown out.
Did well defensively. They had a little trouble scoring, but Ohio State's a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Well, they're ranked top 5, I'm sure.
Some people have them as the number 1 team. It's nice having football back on. That's for sure. Got NFL starting on Thursday, so we'll definitely be giving out picks for that. And NFL this weekend. College football will be probably getting back started. I would say probably Thursday or Friday.
We got to discuss sometime what we're going to do for Friday's show because we're going to be busy Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll
I was
figure.
going to say if you wanted to, maybe we could do a sneak on Saturday and do a show before college football started. We could do pro picks and do our NFL picks and college football and big UFC Saturday night too.
Yeah, I didn't watch much of that. I didn't watch any of the UFC this weekend, but I've done pretty good on my picks. So I was 4-1.
How do you pronounce Andis? How do you pronounce it?
Yeah,
Adesanya against Strickland and Tuvesa against Volkov. A couple pretty good fights there.
Yeah. Did you hear that Travis Kelce got hurt?
No, I didn't.
Hyperextended his knee or something, and is doubtful for Thursday's opener.
Oh man,
against the Lions. I think that could really hurt Kansas City because I mean he's their main option on offense. Really,
yeah, I mean he took Hill's place. He's their main guy, especially in the end zone. Man, when they get down to that 20-yard line, that's who they're looking for.
Yeah, so I heard it when I ran down the gas station earlier. They were talking about it on the radio. They came out breaking news that he had hyperextended the knee and that his status was doubtful for Thursday's openers. If he misses an extended amount of time, that could really put a hurting on the Chiefs.
It could. Yeah, I agree. Well, our Cincinnati Reds are right now tied for the 3rd spot. I remember right, it's with the Marlins, I think. No, it's with Arizona.
Yeah, with Arizona. Now they're starting a rookie pitcher tonight. All of our pitchers are out.
Well, that's what I thought, but I thought I seen Abbott was starting.
From what I saw earlier, it said Phillips. So I didn't pick. I'm not going to give a pick out for that game. Don't get me wrong.
I think what I just seen.
I think the Reds have a chance. I hope they win, but with not knowing much about this Phillips, I decided not to take that game.
I'm almost positive. I just seen somebody post a lineup and I had Abbott as a starting pitcher.
Huh. Okay, well, maybe they changed it. That'd be all right as well. I just wouldn't. Yeah, when I was looking earlier, it said Phillips was pitching. So
yeah, I originally heard Phillips too, but somebody put a lineup up.
According to the lineup that they put up an hour ago, it's Phillips.
I wonder what that Abbott thing was.
Because according on the Twitter hour ago, they put up starting lineup: Jake Fraley, T.J. Friedel, Spencer Steer, Dela Cruz, Renfro, Strand, Benson, Marte, Malley, starting pitcher Connor Phillips.
Wonder who posted that.
And then the Reds today selected the contract of right-hand pitcher Kevin Herget from AAA Louisville and added right-hand pitcher Lyon Richardson to the taxi squad. Right-hand pitcher Michael Marriott was designated for assignment. He pitched pretty good yesterday.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad.
Additionally, infield Kevin Newman was sent to Louisville on a rehab assignment. Yeah, Fever's been playing good. That'd probably be a good game against the Sky tonight, Glenn. Yeah. Reds are, between COVID and injuries, man, are hitting the Reds at the wrong damn time. That's That's the thing that's worrying me right now. We gotta get healthy. I think from what I heard, I think Lodolo's done for the season. Votto is done for the season.
Votto's
I
done
think
for the
I'd
season?
heard. I'd also heard a rumor. I've heard mixed things on McLean. I've heard a rumor that he might be done for the season, but also I've heard he'll be back in a couple. That they're hoping he'll be back in a couple weeks. So
Ashcraft, I don't know either.
yeah, so I don't know what on McLean. I know I saw this one. I've seen a couple reports. A lot of people were saying 2 to 3 weeks, but then I saw somebody said they'd heard that, or a couple people said they'd heard he was done for the season. But I haven't heard that he was done for the season yet. So hopefully he'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks. But we need our bats to get going. He was able to score some runs early in that game yesterday, and that ended up being the difference. I was wondering if we were going to be able to hold on to that game there for a little while. In bullpen games like that, when you're switching pitchers every damn inning, you just never know what you never know. You got a guy that's struggling with his control that day or something. You can, yeah. Travis Kelce suffered hyperextended knee today, uncertain for Thursday's game. Oh, Nick Wright's going to start crying on air.
He might.
He's so bad that so many people are hyped up about the Jets and give the Jets a shot. It's funny. But, all right, we'll go ahead and get to today's baseball games. That's pretty much what we have today. I know there is a little bit of WNBA today, but no football today. A lot of tennis going on. If you're a tennis fan, I was watching a little bit of that earlier. See, my first game today is going to be the Minnesota Twins at the Cleveland Guardians. The Twins are 1.5 run favorites, minus 120 on the money line. The Guardians are plus 102 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8 runs. The Twins are 72-66 on the season, 32-37 on the road. They will have Sonny Gray on the mound, who's 7-6 with a 2.92 ERA. The Twins are 3-2 over their last 5 games, hitting .242 as a team on the season with a 3.97 team ERA. The Guardians are 66-72 on the season, 35-35 at home. They will have BB on the mound, who's 10-3 with a 3.03 ERA. The Guardians are 3-2 over their last 5 games, hitting .249 as a team on the season with a 3.96 team ERA. These two teams number-wise match up almost identical. I like the Twins here. Twins have been playing some good baseball as of late, so I'm going to go with the Twins on the money line with Sonny Gray on the mound. Next game I'm going to go with Los Angeles Dodgers at the Miami Marlins. Dodgers are 1.5 run favorites on the road, minus 136 on the money line. The Marlins are plus 116 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 7.5 runs. Hey, how's it going, Billy? The Dodgers are 84-52 on the season, 37-28 on the road. The Dodgers will have Kershaw on the mound tonight, who's 12-4 with a 2.48 ERA. The Dodgers are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting .256 as a team on the season with a 4.14 team ERA. The Marlins are 70-67 on the season, 38-31 at home. On the mound for the Marlins is Luzardo. He's 9-8 with a 3.62 ERA. The Marlins are 4-1 over their last 5 games, hitting .260 as a team on the season with a 4.13 team ERA. I like the Dodgers here on the money line with Kershaw on the mound. Know the Dodgers have went on a little of a spell the last few games where, like I said, they're only 2-3 over their last 5 after they were on a big run. Marlins are 4-1 over their last 5, but the Dodgers are the better team. They have the better pitcher on the mound tonight. So I'm going to go with the Dodgers on the money line. Then my next game for Major League Baseball, Baltimore Orioles at the Los Angeles Angels. Baltimore is a 1.5 run favorite on the road, minus 168 on the money line. The Angels are plus 142 on the money line. Over-unders at 8.5 runs. Baltimore is 86-51 on the season, 44-25 on the road. Baltimore have Kremer on the mound, who's 12-5 with a 4.20 ERA. Baltimore's 3-2 over their last 5, hitting .256 as a team on the season with a 4.03 team ERA. The Angels are 64-74 on the season, 32-34 at home. They will have Detmers on the mound, who's 3-10 with a 5.01 ERA. Angels are 1-4 over their last 5 games, hitting .249 as a team on the season with a 4.74 team ERA. I like Baltimore here on the money line against the Angels. Baltimore's been the better team throughout the season, and they have the better pitcher on the mound tonight. And in my last game for the night, Philadelphia Phillies at the San Diego Padres. The Phillies are 1.5 run favorites on the road, minus 102 on the money line. The Padres are minus 116 on the money lines. So the Padres are a slight favorite on the money line. Phillies are the favorite on the run line. Over-unders at 9 runs. The Phillies are 76-61 on the season, 35-35 at home. They will have Lorenzen on the mound, who's 8-8 with a 3.73 ERA. Phillies are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting .260 as a team on the season with a 3.99 team ERA. The Padres are 65-74 on the season, 38-35 at home. On the mound for the Padres is Avila, who is 0-2 with a 2.67 ERA. Padres are 3-2 over the last 5 games, hitting .240 as a team on the season with a 3.82 team ERA. I like the Phillies here at the plus 1.5. Or actually, that's changed. They're minus 1.5 now. So I'm going to go with the Phillies on the money line. Excuse me. Phillies on the money line. I think the Phillies are the better team. If you look on paper, you might not think that, but the way the Padres have performed this season, it's just amazing to me with all that talent that the Padres have on the team. They're only hitting .240 as a team on the season. Their pitching hasn't been bad. They have a 3.82 team ERA. So their pitching's been pretty good, but they've had trouble producing runs. I'm going to go with the Phillies on the money line. So my picks for Major League Baseball tonight, Twins money line, Dodgers money line, Orioles on the money line, and the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line.
Okay, my Major League Baseball parlay for tonight, I've got Milwaukee money line at Pittsburgh. Got Boston at Tampa Bay. I'll take Tampa Bay money line. St. Louis at Atlanta. I'll take Atlanta money line. San Francisco at the Cubs. I'll take the Cubs money line. And Baltimore money line at the Angels. That'll be my parlay for tonight.
There's quite a few baseball games tonight. But there was a few other ones I thought about, but them 4 were my favorite ones. I almost went with the Reds. Like I said, the only reason I didn't go with the Reds just because
you got that pitcher he had a pretty good start last time in AAA, but he struggled at AAA. He was pretty good at AA. We just don't know.
And the only reason they're bringing him up is because they really don't have a choice because of COVID and injuries, and so it's a little bit different. A little bit different. All right. Do you have anything else for today? I know there wasn't a whole lot of game. You have baseball today. Had a lot of college football over the weekend. Got NFL coming up. Like I said, we'll give out NFL picks, college football picks here later in the week. Got some. I know we do have some NBA or WNBA tonight.
Yep.
That Glenn had mentioned.
Yeah, the Fever's been playing really well of late. So what do you think? How many games do you think Colorado might be able to win this year after getting that surprise victory over TCU?
Oh, man. I'd have to look at their schedule. I think they're going to have a good season. The one thing that worries me about Colorado is going to be their defense. uh, how their defense going to be able to hold up against some of these better teams. Not saying TCU is a bad team. I mean, hell, TCU was in the national championship last year, but I don't believe TCU is close to the team they were last year. They lost a lot of key players, and TCU was able to score a lot of points on Colorado. So that kind of worries me a little bit. I like to see how their defense ends up progressing, but if their defense can step up, I mean, I think they're going to be a tough out, especially if their offense can keep playing like they've been playing too. I mean, it's hard to tell because how good is TCU's defense as well, because they're not known for their defense. You know what I mean? So I don't think either one of these teams really had a defense. So I'd like to see what happens when these teams play against with both of them, a team that has a little bit better defense.
Yeah, TCU may have been a little bit overrated. I think they were 17th coming in. They're probably more. They might be a top 30 or 40 team, but I don't know about anything over that. So with the losses that they have. Billy, he does have a couple of pretty good defensive players on that team. I mean, but two players can't do it all.
Well, he has that one player that's playing both sides of the ball.
Yep. And his son at quarterback looked outstanding. But again, you're gonna face tougher defenses as it goes on. We'll see.
Do you know? You remember who they played next? I can't remember who they played next now.
No, I've never looked at their schedule, to be honest.
I know they have USC, I think, towards the end of September. So that'll be an interesting matchup. But USC don't have a strong defense either. So that game could very well be a shootout.
They got Nebraska next.
Yeah, that's who it was, Nebraska.
And now Colorado's ranked 22.
Nebraska lost to Minnesota by like 4 points.
Nebraska will be a decent test.
Yeah, a good test. And I know they got USC like on September 30th.
Then after that, they got Colorado State. Then they got number 13 Oregon, fourth game of the year.
So
then they got USC.
Yeah,
so
you give it 3 or 4 more games, we'll be able to tell a lot better about where they're at compared to other teams in college football.
Yeah, their fourth and fifth games of the year are 13 Oregon and number 6 USC. So we're going to find out pretty quick. They've still got Stanford on the schedule, UCLA, who can score points, 16th ranked Oregon State, 12th ranked Utah later in the year. So, I mean, they got a pretty tough schedule, honestly. I would think if they could come out of there with only 3 or 4 losses, I would think that would be considered fantastic, wouldn't you?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Did want to do a little plug here for DCCW, Delaware County Championship Wrestling. They got a big show coming up October 7th in Jay County. You can go to jaycountyfairgrounds.com and get all the information. I won't try to go through all that. But that's a big show. They've got Gang Grill. They got The Godfather. They got Papa Shango. They got in WWE, she was Victoria. They got their new champion, Jay County Fairgrounds champion. Of course, I can't remember his name right now. It's right in front of me. Logan Myers. He's going to be on the card too. So Cornfield Carnage 2. That's going to be the 7th of October. Doors open at 6 and bell time at 7. Like I said, you can get on their website and get all the information. Just want to give them a quick plug.
Yeah, it should be another real good show. If you missed our show from Sunday at Summit Pro Wrestling, go check it out. You can find it on our YouTube page. It was another solid show. And we don't have nothing this. No, we don't have nothing this weekend, do we?
Nope.
And this weekend, but then we have a couple bigger shows coming up here toward the end of the month, and then the big DCCW show. Billy said he still has to watch it this past Sunday show. It was a real solid show.
Yeah, it was real good. Real good show. A lot of good matches.
Real solid show. Had a good time. All right, we'll go over.
Don't forget, we got our show tonight. Normally, we don't have it on Tuesday night. Normally, Monday night, we got Gonzo's Wrestling Room.
Yep.
6:30 p.m. with me, you, and Marcus Fine. So everybody check that out.
Yep, it's usually Mondays, but we did. With yesterday being a holiday, we moved it to today. Definitely ready for football on Thursday night. Oh yeah, Billy, we'll be giving out football picks for Thursday, and then also on the weekend. But my picks for tonight, I'll go back over them real quick. Minnesota Twins money line, Dodgers money line, Orioles money line, and the Phillies on the money line. My record for the year is 488 and 374. I was 9-6 over the weekend, 4-1 in UFC. I think 3-2 in college football, and 2-3 in Major League Baseball. Like I said, I was close. I was close to being 5-0 in college football. For when Michigan barely didn't cover, and then Ball State was 4 seconds away from covering. Yeah, they showed that. Actually showed the Ball State on the bad beats last night on ESPN. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Tell you what, that quarterback for Duke, that Riley Leonard, he didn't look too bad. Okay, right there was a touchdown run. Was a big run, broke a couple tackles and ran away from people, but he made some pretty good tight window throws as well. So I thought he looked pretty good. I didn't really know much about him, but I thought he looked pretty good last night. I think it's Lewis. It's hit like 3 home runs, or like 3 grand slams in like the last week and a half or something. So, I remember hearing something about that last night. So you got baseball getting down to the last few games before the playoffs, and football starting back up. So getting ready to be the busy time of the sports year. Have Team USA, who can't even win in the World Cup anymore. We're supposed to be the kings of basketball, and that's not working out too well. But it's what happens though when we don't send our best players anymore. Our best players don't play on it anymore.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Georgia's going to tear Ball State apart. Yeah, Billy. That's I think Georgia's like 40 point favorites in that game.
Yeah.
But we appreciate everybody watching. Like Dad said a few minutes ago, join us tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern for Gonzo's Wrestling Room. This has been Easy Money, a sports betting show. We'll be back tomorrow around 3 o'clock with another episode. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.